Uminit ang tagpo sa Senado, mga kababayan. Isang hindi inaasahang eksena ang nasaksihan ng bayan matapos umanong harapang masupalpal si dating Senator Ping Lacson. Sa tindi ng mga binitawang salita, napilitan umanong magsorry si Ping kay Senator Pia Cayetano. Ano nga ba ang pinagmulan ng matinding sagutang ito na umabot pa sa puntong kailangan ibaba ang pride ng isang batikang senador? Hindi lang yan ang aabangan nyo, dahil bago pa man mangyari ang iyakan at sorryhan, isang matinding sagutan din ang naganap sa pagitan ni na Senator Robin Padilla at dating Senator Kiko Pangilinan. Muntik na nga bang mauwi sa bugbugan at pisikalang away ang pagpapalitan ng maaanghang na salita ng dalawa? Tila walang inuurungan si Senator Robin kapag ipinaglalaban ang kanyang prinsipyo, habang si Kiko naman ay pilit na ipinagtatanggol ang kanyang panig. Alamin ang buong kwento at ang mga naging sanhi ng mainit na komprontasyong ito sa loob mismo ng bulwagan. Sino ang tama at sino ang mali sa mga naging kaganapang ito? Huwag lilingon at tapusin ang buong ulat upang malaman ang katotohanan.
Lacson yan, kumbaga, nature niya na yan. Mahilig mang intriga, no?
Sinabi man niya na sa pagkakaalam niya, ang katanungan ko po, Mr. President, nag-abala ba kayo mag-double check? Bago niyo yan sinabi sa public. Because despite that qualification, the statement was publicly conveyed in a manner that created the impression that I was directly involved in facilitating Senator De La Rosa's entry into the Senate premises.
Yan.
Again, okay lang po sa akin na nakarating siya dito. Wala ho akong problema doon.
Oh.
Let me state this clearly and unequivocally. That statement is false. Senator De La Rosa did not ride in my vehicle, nor did I have anything to do with facilitating his presence in the Senate last Monday. Ni hindi ko nga alam na darating siya.
Naku po.
Nalaman ko lang na darating siya dahil ang minority floor leader na kapatid ko tumayo dyan, and he addressed the Senate President and nagpasalamat siya sa public service ng Senate President, Senator Tito Soto, which I also believe is well-deserved. Sinabi niya na maganda ang pakitungaan sa kanya ni Senate President Tito Soto. And then sinabi niya na we have the numbers and Senator Bato is present. Nagulat din ako. Katabi ko si Lawrence, ako, nagulat ako, wala akong idea. Hindi ko alam.
Kasi kahit wala si Senator Bato, kumpleto na ho talaga sila. Talagang magkakapalitan na. Kasalanan niya ni Ralph Recto. Si Recto ang may kasalanan kung bakit nagkaroon ng leadership case sa Senado. Hindi yung kung sino-sino pinagbibigtakan natin dyan. Si Recto ho talaga ang may kasalanan.
Alam kung nasan siya, hindi ko alam na malapit na siya. I have no idea kung nasan siya. So kung paano nadamay ang kotse ko is a mystery to me, dear colleagues, and the public. In fact, Senator Kiko can attest, you saw me downstairs sa basement dahil pareho kami dyan madalas dumaan at sabi niya pa sa akin, dito kayo nagdidiskusyon ng staff mo. Hindi na dun sa hagdanan dahil ilang beses ko na siya naharangan sa hagdanan, sa hallway na napakakitid, na nagdidiskusyon with my staff. Sabi ko, oo nga, haba ng mga diskusyon namin. Siguro naman kung dala ko si Senator Bato, medyo kinakabakabahan ako na makita ko dun ni Senator Kiko. Diba? So, it is a mystery to me. Paano ako nadamay at yung sasakyan ko? If the gentleman wanted to know paano nakarating si Senator Kiko, then why not ask him? Sorry, Senator Bato, kung paano nakarating si Senator Bato, then ask him. Or ask the now Senate President, who was the one who said that nandyan na siya. Wala ko talaga akong alam. So, Mr. President, a false public imputation, whenever made, is exactly what the above-mentioned rules were designated to prevent. Unverified allegations about a colleague falls below the standard of professionalism that is demanded of public officials.
Hindi naman professional yan si Tutaso, yung si Ping Lacson Boytago ano yan? Base kay Senator Dante Marcoleta, di umano, isa siya sa mga direktang nakinabang. Nako po, yari ka dyan, Ping. Lumalaki ang kasalanan mo. Hindi na lang ngayon. Doon sa pag-hostage sa hearing ng Blue Ribbon, pati yung mga kasamahan mo na dati hindi ka naman pinapansin, inaano mo na, di ba? Binabanatan mo na. Yari ka talaga dito, Ping Lacson. Nagtoka, yari ka dito.
Magulo na nga ang mundo, magulo na ang Pilipinas. Huwag na nating dagdagan. Don't say things about your colleagues that are not true.
Nako.
I trust that under the leadership of my brother, Alan Peter Cayetano, whom I know, not just as a public servant, but as my younger brother, this chamber will conduct itself with sobriety, fairness, and respect for the truth and respect for one another.
Yan. Importante yan.
Mr. Senate President, I will keep this manifestation short. Napakarami pa akong trabaho. Mag-aaral pa ako para sa hearing ko on the rising prices of electricity. Mag-aaral pa ako to support our colleagues who will be the next chairperson of the Committee on Health, the Committee on Energy, at napakarami pa ho nating trabaho kailangan gawin. So I leave that as it is, and I hope that this will not be repeated again. Thank you.
Nako, maikli pero talagang mabigat yung speech na yon itong si Senator Pia Cayetano. Matindi ito si Siyang Pia, no? Maano pala talagang matalas tong ali na to. Ngayon, yung mga pinaplano nyong ligawan para maibalik sa inyo ang majority, binubuisit nyo! Langya kayo! Si Ligarda, binubuisit nyo anak niya. Ito si Pia Cayetano, binubuisit niyo siya. Yung magkapatid na bilyar, tinatakot naman ng administrasyon. O paano po? Paano nyo pa maliligawan yung paano pa kayo magiging majority niyan?
Senator Marcoleta, can we give way to Senator Lacson since...
Thank you, Mr. President.
Go ahead, Senator Marcoleta.
Senator,
Mr. President.
Can we give
magtatanong lang sana ako, Mr. President, kay Senator Pia.
Yan,
Okay
tanong
lang.
mo na.
Will Senator Lacson also interpolate
This is just very short.
a manifestation?
Pero Mr.
Senator
President, ako
Ito kasing mama na to, pati si Senator Rodante Marcoleta, binanatan nito. Marami rin banat ito kay Sendante, kaya ngayon magtatanungan sila nitong si Senator Pia. Tatanggalan ng salawal itong malditang Ping Lacson na to.
po nakatayo na rito bago pa siya tumayo. Siguro po, kung
Would you
siya
allow
unang
me,
tumayo.
Senator Lacson, just because he was first, but he was mentioned, so I am in the quandary of who of the two gentlemen will give way.
Hindi naman gentleman niya si Ping. Paayaan mo na, Sendante.
May I, Mr. President?
Senator Marcoleta, may I ask you this personal favor since the gentleman was mentioned?
Sige po, mas matanda naman siya sa akin eh.
Thank you.
Walang baka natin. Huwag mo na tawagin Senador yan. Anak ng toka. Direktang nakinabang yan, di ba, Sendante?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Lacson is recognized.
I want to put it on record that I sincerely apologize to our distinguished colleague, Senator Pia Cayetano. That information was relayed to me by a fairly reliable source, no? And if that was a mistake, then I sincerely apologize. I thought I made a public statement because I thought it was just a very not really a serious matter, but because maski saan
Serious matter yan. Serious matter yan.
sumakay si Senator Bato, as everybody would agree, it is of no moment. No? Sa amin siguro, kung malaman namin kay Senator Ligardo pa nakasakay, baka doon pa kami magkaroon ng issue. Pero maski kanino pa siyang nakasakay na sasakyan, lalo na from the majority, sa tingin ko wala naman pong problema, walang issue. Kaya parang isip ko, okay lang yung i-share ko yung information that I received from, ang sabi ko, from a fairly reliable source. Now, if it is false, then, or even if it is not false, then I sincerely apologize, Mr. President.
Well, Senator Pia said that she will leave it at that, so I will not refer it to any committee. Senator Lacson apologized, you accepted. If I may just interject that it might seem innocent, Senator Lacson, but to those who are commenting, they think it's a crime, even because people got confused with the timeline, that when he got here, we didn't know there was an ICC warrant and everything. I told the media after my sister speaks, sa akin siya nakasakay, and I did not tell my sister, and I did not tell many of the members in the majority that he will attend. Ang sabi ko lang, please be there. Senator Marcoleta.
Mr. President, tatanong ko lang po sana kay Sen Pia, kung halimbawa po ako'y nakisakay sa kanyang sasakyan, siya po ba o ako ay nakagawa ng isang krimen dito sa ating bansa?
Nako, yan yung ano eh. Yan yung mga tanong.
Sa akin lang po, kung kahit sino sa mga kasamahan natin dito na they need a ride, na nangyari na yon. Minsan may event tayo, sumasakay ako sa kotse ni Senator Mig Subiri, nakasakay na rin ako sa kotse ni Senator Loren, nakasakay na rin ako sa kotse ni Senator Angara.
Hindi kasi binibig deal ni Ping. Diba? Yung bida-bida eh, sa mga interview niya. Kailan tayo maghihiring sa Blue Ribbon? Yun ang hinihintay ko eh. Pambiran yan. Lauulan nata. Sana umulan. Sana umulan. Ang init. Asa ko ma-PH? Di mainit.
Sino pa sa inyo hindi nagbibigay sa akin ng ride? I would be happy to give a colleague a ride. But I'm just saying, that's why I had to repeat na I don't have an issue with Senator Bato arriving in the Senate. I have an issue with the aspersion of malice na parang patago kong pinarating dito na gamit ang kotse ko na walang katotohanan. Kaya to answer your question, wala naman hong masama doon.
Yun nga po eh. Siya na rin po ang umamin na wala naman pong masama, ay ba't kinakailangan pong gawan pa po ng post yun? Pangalawa pong tanong, Mr. President, Senator Pia, kung halimbawa po ginawa ko yun, nakisakay ako sa inyo, dahil meron lang akong gustong pagtaguan. Hindi po ba napagtitibay natin ang kasabihan nating mga Pilipino? At nakuha ko naman talagang magtago dahil nakisakay nga ako sa inyo. Hindi ba napatunayan natin ang isang kasabihan, Mr. President, Senator Pia, na nagtatali-talinuhan ng matsing, nauutakan pa rin. Salamat po, Mr. President.
Palakpakan tayo. Ping! Wala. Yung dekada mo dyan sa Senado, pinagmukha ka lang bata ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Palakpakan natin. Langyang yan. Sige. Tatali-talinuhan ng matching na iisahan pa rin. No?
Mr. President, this is not a response to Senator Marcoleta's questions or statements, but I just also want to put on record na yung tinatanggap ko po yung apology ni Senator Lacson. Wala akong problema sa akin yon. Kaya lang po, ako yung nakikiusap sa lahat ng kasamahan natin na mag-ingat naman tayo sa statements because these are
Ba't kaya si Ping, di ba? Ito, simpleng sasakyan lang. Walang kaso siya Bato. Ginigipit siya. Pero tumayo itong si Senator Pia Cayetano. Di ba? Kita nyo, talagang hindi ako nag-ano dyan. Bakit itong si Ping, hindi niya pa sinungalingan yung mga sinabi ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta na di umano, direkta siyang nakinabang doon sa mga kickback dahil doon sa nangyaring eleksyon ng mga alyansa ng mga magnanakaw noong 2025 eleksyon. Di umano. Kahit na naman si PH dahil yan siya. Ape. Okay lang sa kape, wag lang sa ano, di ba? Okay lang maging hype sa kape. Ang bihirang yun, di ba? Okay lang yun. Yung iba dyan, sa Malacanang maraming hype dyan. Hype sila dahil sa Coke. Nga kayo, nabasa ko yung comment na yun.
very troubling
Okay lang maging hype sa kape, wag lang sa Coke.
times. Everybody's so sensitive.
Oh, sensitive.
Sino yung
Ang tanong, bakit hindi tumayo si Ping doon sa mga tinuran ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta doon sa kanyang programa na Saganang Mamamayan? Di ba?
mo, lahat na ng ginawa niya tama, kung sino yung kagalit mo, lahat na ng ginawa niya mali. So why would you make a statement that would arouse angry feelings or questions about my credibility or about, anything that would, create any negative implication on your fellow senator? Sana po wag ganon. Yun lang sasabihin ko. Sana walang ganon. Kasi kung wala namang intention, di wag na lang sabihin, di ba? Yun lang naman po ang sa akin. Thank you very much.
Yes, emotions are high, but we are all called to a higher calling.
Malinaw, wala nang problema na makisakay. Walang problema na isakay si Sen Bato o kahit si sinungkuling nila dyan. Ang problema, yung magpalaganap ng fake news kagaya ng ginagawa ni Ping Lacson.
We all have sentiments. I don't think it will be stopped. It will come out in the next few weeks depending on the issue. Having said that, as Senator Pangilinan said yesterday, maraming issue kailangan tumutok. For the record, sa kotse ko sumakay si Senator Bato, as he said. When I talked to him and said, how can I go in the Senate? I was aghast. Senador ka bakit problemang pumasok ka? But naisip ko yung commercial ni Amang Parika, yung sabi, sumakay ka pa.
Sumakay
Kaya
ka
sabi
pa.
ko, sa akin ka na sumakay.
Oh,
That's
yun.
why it's so obvious that I knew he was here because when I spoke earlier. Having said that, an apology was made, an explanation was made, so move on from that. Senator Marcoleta, because you gave in to my request, I'm listed as first in the privilege speech. You're second. I will ask you if you want to go first.
Thank you, Mr. President. Can I
Ayan.
rise?
Ayan na yung sinasabi ko. Yes. Pinakahihintay ng madlang people. Ay, ng madlang people. Channel 2 yun. Pinakahihintay ng mga Dabarkats. Ay, Channel 7 naman yun. Pinakahihintay ng mga DDS. Palakpakan! Hype talaga eh. Hype po talaga. Pasensya na, hype talaga. Pasensya na. Kaya, hindi ako pinagkakape. Dahil pagka pinagkape ako, nakananto ka, pambihira. Magkakandaloko-loko tayo dito. Patuloy natin.
On a question of personal and collective privilege.
Your Senator Marcoleta is recognized.
The sponsors of Senate Resolution number 395, four of whom, despite differences, I have my respects. Except for one, Mr. President.
Except for one. Yung ba yung direktang tumanggap? Ay, sorry. Direktang nakinabang. Ay, sorry. Mali. Panoorin nyo na lang yung saganang mamamayan.
Are urging Senator Ronald De La Rosa to voluntarily surrender to the peoples of the proper authorities and seek judicial remedies in accordance with the Constitution and applicable laws and rules. Mr. President,
You wanna?
I respectfully oppose this resolution on the ground that the moment Senator De La Rosa surrenders, he will be immediately brought outside Philippine territory and deprived of the protection and remedies of Philippine laws and courts. To surrender Senator De La Rosa is to effectively surrender Philippine sovereignty itself. The International Criminal Court Pretrial Chamber 1, Mr. President, has confirmed that it issued a warrant of arrest against Senator De La Rosa on November 6, 2025. It unsealed the warrant only on May 11, 2026. The warrant orders the arrest and surrender of Senator De La Rosa. Under Article 102 of the Rome Statute, to
Yeah.
surrender Senator De La Rosa is to deliver him to the custody of the ICC in the Netherlands,
Nako.
a foreign jurisdiction where Philippine laws have no force and Philippine courts can do nothing. While the sponsors pretend that they want Senator De La Rosa surrendered to authorities in the Philippines, in reality, they want him handcuffed, dragged to the airport, dumped on a plane, and banished to the clutches of the ICC in the Netherlands. While the sponsors claim they want Senator De La Rosa to avail of Philippine judicial remedies, in reality, they want him removed from territorial jurisdiction of the Philippine courts. And therefore,
One-way ticket lang ho yun. Wala nang uwian yun. Forever na ho doon si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Ha? Forever na ho siya doon. Kasi base sa nagiging takbo ng kaso nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, yun hong mangyayari kay Senator Bato. Wala ho siyang makukuwang, ano mga puti yan, di ba? Feeling nila angat ho sila sa atin. Feeling nila ano tayo, kumbaga nasa baba nila tayo. Kaya kung ano sabihin nila, anong gawin nila, wala ho tayong magagawa dyan sa dyan sa ICC na yan. Wala kwenta ho yan. Di nga kasali Amerika dyan. Bilib kayo sa Amerika, yung kinabibiliban nyo, di naman kasama dyan.
or deprived of the rights and remedies that every Filipino enjoy under our laws and constitutional protection of due process. In fact, Mr. President, if the sponsors will have their way, the Senator De La Rosa is transported to the Netherlands. The constitutional issues now pending before the Philippine Supreme Court will become moot and academic. The Philippine Supreme Court will be ousted of jurisdiction and prevented from fulfilling its constitutional mandate. there will be no end to this constitutional crisis, for in the years to come, the ICC, with much delight, will pick us up one by one, Mr. President. Only the Supreme Court, Mr. President, can stop to this nonsense. The sponsors of Senate Resolution number 395 cited the service of warrants of arrest on the late former Senator Juan Ponce Enrile, former Senators Laila de Lima, and former Senator Antonio Trillanes. But please take note, Mr. President, they did not mention that their co-sponsor, Panfilo Lacson, evaded service.
Talagang wala nang tawag ang senador ito. Sulian na ng kandila to si Pambira Pampilo Lacson. Napapalakpakan. Alam mo, walang yakapin ha. Huwag mo kasing mamain lahat. Huwag kasi yung parang lahat kaya mo dyan, kaya mong takot-takotin yung mga kasama mo. Merong isang senador dyan na hindi takot sa'yo. Langya ka. Kapal ng mukha mo, di ka na nag-hearing. Tagal na namin hinihintay. Huwag ka maglala. Malapit na mag-hearing si Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Palakpakan. Let's go.
of arrest warrant.
Langya ka ha.
The sponsors acknowledge that the late former Senator Enrile, former Senator de Lima, and former Senator Trillanes were all subjected to arrest warrants issued by local courts. For the record, Mr. President, all of them have exercised their rights under Philippine laws and availed of Philippine judicial remedies. Yet the sponsors are blind to the peculiar situation of Senator De La Rosa. Unlike the late Senator Enrile et al., who face arrest warrants issued by Philippine courts, Senator De La Rosa is facing an arrest warrant issued by the ICC, a foreign court which jurisdiction the Philippines does not recognize anymore. Moreover, unlike the former Senator Enrile et al., who availed of the rights and remedies of Philippine laws and courts, Senator De La Rosa will be deprived of all this, as he will be banished to foreign land on the other side of the planet, beyond the reach of Philippine laws, and forever detached from his family and constituents. Therefore, if the sponsors are sincere in their desire that Senator De La Rosa be accorded the same rights and remedies as those enjoyed by Senator Enrile et al., they should not allow his surrender to the ICC.
Yan.
They should instead withdraw resolution number 395. The sponsors recognize that under Republic Act 9851, it is the regional trial court that has exclusive original jurisdiction over offenses constituting crimes against humanity.
Yan.
This statement of the sponsors reinforces the position of the majority that the ICC warrant of arrest should not be implemented against Senator De La Rosa, and he must remain under the Senate custodial protection under the ICC arrest until the ICC arrest is quashed by Philippine court. First, Section 18 of RA 9851 provides that it is the Philippine Regional Trial Court that has exclusive original jurisdiction over crimes against humanity. Section 17 allows the transfer of jurisdiction to a foreign court only by way of extradition and provided by the Philippine court, provided the Philippine court is unable to try and decide the case. Therefore, RA 9851 itself bars the ICC from taking jurisdiction, the acts attributed to Senator De La Rosa. Kagaya po ng nasabi ko na kahapon, Mr. President, wala po tayong extradition treaty sa ICC. At wala na po tayong membership sa Rome Statute sapagkat nag-withdraw na po tayo. Sa makatid, wala na pong treaty. Yun po ay nakasaad sa Article 17 ng 9851. Second, at the United Nations, the Philippine government, through the permanent representative, pronounced that the state policy under RA 9851, Philippine courts have the exclusive jurisdiction over crimes against humanity. It also declared that Philippine courts have the competence and capacity to try and decide these cases. Kung ganun po pala, This is the national policy already articulated even before the halls of the United Nations. Bakit pinipilit pa natin na iserve ang isang warrant of arrest na hindi na natin kinikilala ang jurisdiction ng lintig na ICC na yan? Hence, the Philippine state policy is to assert and exercise local jurisdiction rather than recognize foreign jurisdiction such as that of the ICC. Third, the Philippine government has assumed and exercised local jurisdiction under RA 9851 over the crimes arising from extrajudicial killings allegedly committed by Senator De La Rosa. Philippine local jurisdiction already set in when Senator De La Rosa was served a subpoena by the CIDG in connection with its investigation of said extrajudicial killings. Senator De La Rosa has stated that he is ready to respond to the subpoena. It is of no moment, Mr. President, that today the CIDG withdrew the subpoena. It is a legal ruse. It's a legal legerdemain. Ang akala nila kung withdraw nila yung subpoena, wini-withdraw na yung case. No, Mr. President, the case is kicking and alive. It triggered already the jurisdiction of our National Prosecution Service and eventually the courts of this country. The crimes under investigation by the CIDG are the same crimes for which the ICC has issued a warrant, Mr. President. Under the principle of complementarity, said ICC
Magaling yan.
arrest warrants can no longer be enforced
Idol.
because there is now a genuine domestic investigation and prosecution currently taking place in this country. The assumption of jurisdiction by Philippines over the acts attributed to Senator De La Rosa and the person of Senator De La Rosa automatically and absolutely bar the ICC from exercising jurisdiction over the same acts and on his person. These circumstances, and by reason of the principle of complementarity and the Rome Statute, strip the ICC, Mr. President, of its jurisdiction. Therefore, given that the sponsors themselves admit that under Republic Act number 9851, Philippine courts have exclusive original jurisdiction over the crimes for which the ICC has issued an arrest warrant against Senator De La Rosa, given that the Philippines have assumed jurisdiction over said crimes when it served a subpoena on Senator De La Rosa, and given that Senator De La Rosa will respond to the subpoena, said sponsors cannot but agree that the ICC warrant of arrest should not be enforced on the good senator. It should be borne in mind, Mr. President, that the protective custody granted to Senator De La Rosa is for the sole purpose of ensuring the following. First, that only Philippine warrant of arrest, not an ICC warrant of arrest, will be enforced against him. Second, upon service of Philippine arrest warrant, he shall enjoy all the rights and privileges granted by the Constitution and the laws of the Philippines. Third, that he can avail of all Philippine administrative and judicial remedies and processes. Fourth, he shall remain in Philippine territory where he can exhaust all said administrative and judicial remedies and processes. And finally, and most important of all, the jurisdiction that the Philippines has assumed over his alleged crimes under R. 9851 must be exercised to the total exclusion of the ICC. Finally, Mr. President, the sponsors of Senate Resolution number 395 question the constitutional and statutory basis of the resolution granting De La Rosa, Senator De La Rosa, the protective custody of the Senate. These purposes, Mr. President, are legitimate. They do not contravene any Philippine law. In fact, they ensure that the Philippine laws are respected and enforced in Philippine territory to the exclusion of the Rome Statute that the Philippines no longer recognize by reason of its withdrawal therefrom. The protective custody granted to Senator De La Rosa addresses not only an extraordinary threat to his liberty, but also an existential threat to the integrity of the Philippine Senate, and by extension, a grave peril to the independence of the Republic itself from foreign interference. It is a threat emanating from a source that the Philippine Constitution and laws did not anticipate. A foreign entity, Mr. President, the ICC, which jurisdiction is not only questionable but also lost due to the Philippines' withdrawal from the Rome Statute. The protective custody addresses a threat whose profound ramifications include regime change and outright interference in the sovereign affairs of the Philippines. To give inroads to the ICC is to enable it to structurally alter the Philippine Senate and disenfranchise Filipino voters for the arrested senator will be rendered futile, whose votes for the arrested senator will be rendered futile and meaningless. The ICC will transform Philippine agencies as its own puppet and tools and hold hostage Philippine officials, civilian and military, against whom it can initiate prosecution anytime and in perpetuity. The Senate's custodial protection is born out of self-preservation, which is the first law of nature for both men and institution, Mr. President. The Philippine Senate has granted custodial protection to witnesses in order to ensure the continuity and integrity of its legislative hearings. It is with more reason that it can and should grant custodial protection to its members to enable them to discharge their mandate unmolested by a foreign entity like the ICC and its local tentacles and subalterns. The Philippine Senate and its members enjoy privileges and immunities under the Constitution and laws so that they may discharge their functions effectively, efficiently. Specific privileges and immunities were designed to address the usual disruption to these functions. However, they did not anticipate disruptions from a foreign source. Thus, a purposive interpretation of the Constitution and laws is necessary in order for the Philippine Senate to meet new forms and sources of challenges. For this reason, Mr. President, it adopted Resolution Number 44 and implemented the same with respect to Senator De La Rosa. The Philippine Supreme Court did not also see it coming. It has to do its job and rise to the occasion, Mr. President. In the end, the dignity and integrity of the person of Senator De La Rosa, as well as of any member of the Senate, including the sponsors, represent the dignity and integrity of the institution of the Philippine Senate vis-a-vis foreign interference. Resolution number 395 will weaken its dignity and in the process destroy its integrity as an institution that stands as the last bastion of democracy. Dapat lamang na ibasura ang Resolution number 395. Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo.
Former Senate President, Minority Leader Senator Soto is recognized.
Thank you. Mr. President, parliamentary inquiry. I definitely don't mind after Senator Pia Cayetano took the floor because of the allegation that was brought out in media about her. So I definitely support that. But I wonder